I'm in a relationship. I'm probably gonna marry the person I'm dating right now. But at work, it's hell because my boss has been having sex with me against my will. She would disturb me, try to get me into her office, to perform sexual intercourse, and I would deny and I would resist, but it got to a point where the advances were becoming too much and my job was under fire. Just to make it a one-time thing, one-off, I slept with my boss. I slept with her, thinking that would be the end and we would not have to discuss such things again. I thought that was it, but now she's consistently demanding for more sex and that we should continuously live with each other. And I think she's also aware, she knows that I am in a relationship. I have thought about reporting the matter to HR, but as I've slept with her once already, I don't see the point in going to HR anymore.
The major mistake was him trying it once. For your boss to be on your case, that means there's something about you that attracts her. If you know that you will not continue, Baba, no collect suya taste.
When you know say no one buy.
Yeah,
when you know say no one buy.
You get. If you know say you no go buy the suya, no collect taste. Uncle has tasted, and now you want to get out of it. If you tell me to, advise you here now, first thing first is call your girlfriend and confess to her.
He needs to involve his woman at this point. Not just involving her, he needs to lay down on the table and say, see, I'm naked. This is me. I fucked up. But then, how can we go from here?
Yeah. You are dealing with a desperate woman at the office. First, let's first clear the air. Dragging your woman into this might make it look like somehow he's pandering to the woman's request. If he dragged that from the beginning, the first thing she would say, leave that place. Yeah. That's the first thing. So let's leave that. That didn't happen, right? So now you have him contending with a desperate woman. Now that has happened. He's in this situation where she wants more. Now it means the guy sabi.
So
now she brings it back to him. You lose your job if you don't continue, or you continue smashing. On the other side is me. You get to keep both. You see this devil's advocate vibe. Now at this point, there's one thing that is hanging on the balance. His peace of mind. That's what's hanging on the balance. He's looking at losing his wife, or wife to be, losing his job. That's the situation. That's why I say, what do we do? Now, this is what I will tell you. Which peace of mind is better for you? The job peace of mind or your woman peace of mind?
If I was the guy, I would create a scenario where I set up my boss so it unveils that she's the one responsible for making me fall into this trap. You record certain conversations and you have her saying this, you have her making the threats, you have her doing this, doing that, and then you show up at certain places and you engage in the act, and then people come there and they'll be like, what's going on here? Sometimes, even if we were to flip the script and a lady had a very good job and her boss was doing this, would she bring it to you? How would that go about? It's hard for him to win this battle.
Exactly.
So he need, before he even approaches his partner and says, listen, I fucked up in the first place, have evidence to show
receipts.
Receipts to show that I was coerced into this action.
Yes.
Good evening and welcome to the Black Table, the place where men sit down, keep it real, and talk about real issues. I'm your host Olamide, and tonight we're asking a question that has been stirring conversations everywhere. Pretty privilege, is it a myth or reality? Do good looks really open doors, or is it just perception? But first, let me introduce the men at the table. Tonight, of course, at the bar is my co-host and conspirator, the man that we call the most faithful man in Lagos and the last of his kind. Ladies and gentlemen, Tear Gang.
Namaste. I greet you all.
And of course, joining us for the very second time on the Black Table, a man who's an MC, an entrepreneur, well-traveled. He got us into a little bit of trouble the last time he was here. Of course, it is MC Marco Polo.
Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for joining us. And of course, Nollywood actor, veteran writer, creator. I don't want to call him content creator. Someone that we've been trying to get on the show for years, making his debut on the Black Table tonight, is Mr. Rotimi Salami.
Let me give you one of these.
And finally, to my right, I don't know the best way to describe it, but let's just say we're going to get into trouble tonight, which we don't mind. XO Magege. You know what? Before we get into the whole thing, your name has always been something that I'm curious about.
Yeah.
What is XO Magege? What does it mean?
So Magege is it's a Delta name, right? It means chosen child, or special child, or child that you're particularly interested in. The one that is special, the one that you pick out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one that you pick out when
Favorite.
they give wala.
Okay.
Or the chosen one.
No, positive.
The black sheep of the family too.
So yeah, but EXO is a pseudonym, is a stage name, is a producer name. It means extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Or exceptional one, whichever.
So
whichever.
apart from being the special one that stands out, you're the extraordinary.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I've never seen EXO in that term, but then I think I'm
Yeah,
going
so I was really
to adopt
curious. I
it.
wanted to know what it means.
Exactly.
Anyways, welcome. We have like a league of extraordinary gentlemen in the studio this evening, and hopefully we're going to be able to dissect everything we have, on the table tonight. But before we do so, we take a quick break. When we return, the Black Table starts properly. Welcome back. It is still the Ultimate Men's Guide, the Black Table, and we have something that we're going to be trying for the very first time called Confessions. And we have a message from a gentleman in regards to a particular situation. So we're going to take a listen to it, and then we will dissect it and see how we can help the gentleman.
Good day, everyone, at the Black Table. Yeah, I really appreciate what you guys are doing, and I love your show so much. So for me to say this, it's taking a lot out of me, but I guess, I just have to. So it's about me and my boss, really. Yeah, the thing is, it's at this point it's a shit show, because what happened is I'm in a relationship. I'm in a very, very strong relationship, and I'm probably going to marry the person I'm dating right now. So, but at work it's hell, because my boss has been having sex with me against my will. Because at first she would disturb me, try to get me into her office, to perform sexual intercourse, and I would deny and I would resist. But it got to a point where the advances were becoming too much, and my job was under fire. My job was being threatened. So just to make it a one-time thing, one-off, I slept with my boss. I slept with her, thinking that would be the end, and we would not have to discuss such things again, because she was already threatening to demote me and cut my pay and all that. And we all know how things are currently. I did not need that kind of stress, especially as I'm trying to build a family. So I slept with her once, and I thought that was it. But now she's consistently demanding for more sex, and that we should continuously be with each other. And I think she's also aware, she knows that I am in a relationship, but she doesn't care. She just wants us to continue having sex and continuously be with each other, which I am vehemently against. I have thought about reporting the matter to HR, but as I've slept with her once already, I don't see the point in going to HR anymore. It would seem futile, because and she's my boss. I honestly don't know what to do. She's my boss, so it's her word against mine at the end of the day. So I just wanted to bring this out and table it before you at the Black Table, and get some advice and clarity on what I could probably do next. Thank you very much. And
all right, interesting.
Wow.
So call
It's a dicey one.
victim. Rotimi, I'm coming to you first.
I did first.
So you all listen to that, yes? And it's quite an interesting story. Rotimi, what's your take on it? Do you think he's a victim or or is a culprit? Because he did say he slept with her once.
I guess the mistake was trying it once. The major mistake was him trying it once, to be honest, because for your boss to be on your case, that means there's something about you that attracts her. And the fact that she's been doing this constantly, knowing fully well, according to you, that she knows you have a relationship.
Okay.
I mean, we don't even know if she knows if that relationship was meant to lead to or is meant to lead to marriage or not.
Yeah.
But whichever way, if you know that you will not continue, Baba,
You shouldn't have started now.
no collect suya taste.
When you know say no one buy.
Yeah, if
When you know say no one buy.
you
For-
get.
yes.
If you know say you no go buy the suya, no collect taste.
Yeah.
Because Aboki Fivers chase you with knife. That's
right.
exactly what's happening right now.
This is deep.
Aboki will naturally call you that, come, because he wants to sell,
Yeah.
right? If you know you are not going to buy, you know, saying I know I can get taste and go. Now the only problem here is that uncle has tasted, and now you want to get out of it. One thing I know for women is the fact that most of the time they are set to get whatever they want, however they can get it. Now you having this to do with her for the first time, she knows that she's got you for life until the day she wants to release you.
Until she's done, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
until she's
correct.
done. Except you have another job elsewhere. But if you do not have another job elsewhere, now I think it is now left for him to choose either between the job and the relationship.
Or the relationship, okay.
If he knows that he's got no other place to go to, Baba, you go forfeit that marriage, or you call your babe. Let her know.
I mean,
Let her know.
ruined.
You
It's
get-
ruined.
I
you
mean,
know, because it's, to be honest, if you tell me to, I mean, advise you here now, first thing first is call your girlfriend and confess to her.
Okay.
If she's meant to be that person that would, you know, stay till thy kingdom come with you for better.
I
for
think
worse.
that
You
would have
understand?
been the first thing he would have done.
No, you made the mistake already.
Like, you understand? That would have been the
cannot,
first thing.
We cannot blame him for the mistake. Now he's bringing this to us now.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's still a mistake, right? Call your wife. I mean, this is how you would even know if she's that woman that got your back.
Yeah.
This is a major
got
test
your
for the
back.
relationship. It's a major
She,
test
would,
for
she
the
can
relationship.
even give you the advice
Yes.
to either quit the job
You understand?
or do
you
what
will
you
not
need
bo-
to
you
do.
Now it's not going to be you
family.
alone.
Yeah.
You now
someone
have
to
a backbone that okay, how are we going about this?
Yeah.
Babe, I don't mess up, you go apologize big time. But now going forward, because I love you, because I love us, because I see a future with us, now there is a problem with our financial, you know, structure.
how do we
You
work
understand?
around it?
So,
Yeah.
and I have made the mistake.
So how do we help ourselves?
How do we help ourselves? That's my own advice.
Okay, so MC Marco Polo,
I mean,
quickly, yeah?
I mean, from
What
every
would
other,
you do if that was, you know, your situation?
I mean, it's a dicey one, you know. But you see, the problem, like he said, if I was the one, I would have actually thought about it on a 360 level. My girlfriend would have been my accomplice at this point, you understand? Because again, it's a plan work.
Yeah.
So we'll go plan them, see how we'll take, utilize everything. No, but that's the truth.
How
That
do you
if-
plan
if-
it?
It's a very sharp
me and my girlfriend will go sit down, we'll go see how far. Now I'm going to even tell me say how far. Put them for ear. Are you getting it? Because this is my person.
Okay.
Because again, if you're doing anything, it's a job and relationship. A job is a job. A relationship is a relationship. So at the end of the day, I would have. But now, given the fact that, okay, all of these things have actually happened, left to me, I'm thinking, just like he has rightly said, you understand, he needs to involve his woman at this point. Not just involving her, he needs to lay down on the table and say, see, I'm naked. This is me. I fucked up. It is this, it is that. But then, how can we go from here?
Yeah,
So, because if he does any other thing now, it's two-factor authentication for the woman.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so EXO, yeah? So it's happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, now is asking us for advice. What would you advise?
First, let's first be honest. Me will speak pidgin, bros. Me not move there.
Talk and say, "Debe, man."
Listen, yeah, it's a quagmire as it is. First, you are dealing with a desperate woman at the office. First, let's first clear the air. A woman that will tell you to your face that, listen,
If you don't do this.
you are going to lose salary or your job. Pick one. But on the other side is me. You can get to keep both and still, you know, enjoy the coaching. Exactly.
Okay.
Now, as a man,
situation,
in that situation, dragging your woman into this might make it look like somehow he's, pandering to the woman's request. If he dragged that from the beginning, like say, my boss is giving me headache. What kind of headache? She won't sleep with me. What do you mean? The first thing she will say, leave that place.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. So let's leave that. That didn't happen, right? So now you have him contending with a desperate woman. Now that has happened. He's in this situation where she wants more. Now it means the guy is happy.
Yeah, I mean, So
now this is another point.
Baba is good.
So that first one alone.
Baba is good.
Baba,
I can't let this slide.
Baba has this advice he's always giving.
I can't let this slide. You see, I can't let this slide. Now, at this point, you can't let this slide. She brings it back to him. You lose your job if you don't continue, or you continue smashing. On the other side is me. You get to keep both. You see this devil's advocate vibe. Now at this point, there's one thing that is hanging on the balance. His peace of mind.
Okay.
Honestly.
That's what's hanging on the balance now. Now he's looking at losing his wife or wife to be, losing his job. That's the situation. That's why he say, what do we do? Now, this is what I will tell you. Which peace of mind is better for you? The job peace of mind or your woman peace of mind?
Okay, so you just thrown another question.
I've just thrown the question. If it were me,
now I think you have an answer for me, right?
all right.
See,
all right.
let's be real on what is happening here.
Facts.
The guy collected the first time
Correct.
and didn't mind collecting a second and more times. He has gotten to the point that he's okay with it. So he has moved. He was a victim. He's no longer a victim.
So
was that in the conversation?
He said once. But the guy actually said he only collected once.
Yeah. So let's say
are we not all men here?
Come on.
So you believe that this guy collected
the guy
once?
kind of modified?
Let's put this guy on the pedestal now.
So
let's not do that.
if first of all, if I was the guy, for me, this is how I've watched too many movies.
Okay.
I will create a scenario where I set up my boss so it unveils that she's the one responsible for making me fall into this trap.
Okay.
How?
Please, he's watching.
No, how?
Simple.
Yeah.
With certain recordings. You record certain conversations and you have her saying this, you have her making the threats, you have her doing this, doing that, and then you show up at certain places and you engage in the act, and then people come there and they'll be like, what's going on here?
Engage in the act.
Or you pile your evidence and use it against her and say, I'm not doing this anymore. See what's up, see what's up. Because the thing is, if it's a very lucrative job, sometimes even if we were to flip the script and a lady had a very good job and her boss was doing this, would she bring it to you? How would that go about? So here's the funny thing. From a man's perspective, it's hard for him to win this battle.
Very, very.
Because here's the funny thing. It's hard for him to win this battle.
Exactly.
So he need, before he even approaches his partner and says, listen, I fucked up in the first place, have evidence to show
receipts.
Receipts to show that I was coerced into this action.
Yes.
Okay.
HR too will be like, oh, this is what's happening. And then you come out scot-free. If it's a job you don't want to lose, there are certain things you can do. You be a man about it, shut up and just keep doing what you need to do.
But talking about
that, now, I told Olamide this years ago. I said some of the problems some men make, especially men that decide to be unfaithful like we are.
I mean, like you are.
Do you understand?
He said it. We heard it.
Listen, when you step out or you're doing certain things, why are you bringing your A game? This is not, it's not premiership.
Lord.
I mean,
what are you trying to prove?
How can you be cheating and you're doing well?
Do you understand? Exactly. How can you be giving maximum satisfaction to somebody that's not your partner?
But it's been said that
and you don't want to come back tomorrow.
Those things you have that you don't see as yours. You tend to
listen, you put in more effort. You put in more effort because you want to create an impression to be back
lasting impression.
Most men do
that.
Can we say he enjoyed the very first?
So that's why I asked the question: is he a victim or a culprit?
He was a victim, and that switched
at some point. It changed.
But guys, quick one. Rotimi, you are a Nollywood actor, filmmaker.
There you go.
And
he lie a lot.
I shouldn't go there.
His people.
Can I go there?
Go.
Okay, cool. All right. So in your industry, and not just Nollywood, globally, the film industry is notorious for things like this.
Yes.
Where, I mean, we all know of the story of Harvey Weinstein and, you know, what transpired over the years. And of course, he was convicted and now he's in jail. But have you at any point in time experienced such a thing as a man? And of course, vice versa.
Truth be told, I really do not like it when people say you find the entertainment world being notorious when it comes to things like this. Reason being that it's worse in other sectors. It's worse.
The only thing is, it's a human reasoning thing.
You don't have the camera in front of them.
How many times do you get to see lawyers have their talks? I mean, do behind the scenes
out there,
where we do.
Or bankers, for that matter.
Or bankers,
Yeah.
you know. So these other sectors are even worse than the entertainment sector. The only thing is we are already public figure. So whatever that comes our way goes public. Like if it's a news, if it happens between a banker and they feel like the matter is just a minor one, it's not going to make the news.
Yeah.
But you see that minor thing that happened between two lawyers. If those two things, if that same thing happens, if it's been replicated with celebrities, it is a news.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
If, for example, I use like a fork and knife and I used it wrongly and somebody just tape me, you know, just record me, put it out there, it becomes a news. But if any other person does that, you put it on, it will not even get traction.
Yeah.
Now, going by if I have probably experienced that, truth is, me personally, before I became big in the industry, I would always say that I had always known myself to be a ladies' man. Right? So it doesn't have to do with me being in the industry. At least all my life that I can remember. I don't ask woman out, maybe not like 5 times. All my entire life.
Pretty privileged.
My wife, my wife reminded me to ask her out. You know, we're already into one another before she said,
but you
are
need
not
to
going
do
to
the work.
This? Oh God, you need to toast me. I was like, I don't know how to do it.
Serious. Let's make it official.
He said, you have to do it. I said, hey, let it not look as if I just feel like that. No, do it the right way. I said, okay, no problem. It was those days of MTN Extra Cool.
We know it, bro.
Those are what they sing. You're my African queen. You know,
those are the good days.
Yeah, good old days.
So
man.
for me, I see to be like it's one of those things I'm used to women asking me out naturally. So and I've also adopted a way of making everyone feel good. Even if you come to me, I see like it's a normal thing now. So I don't see like, oh, you've got ulterior motives. You just like me. Yeah. And I even respect you more for coming out. You get, you know. So the only thing I just did differently when I got married is the fact that I'm also being plain now. When you come, I don't try to cut corners. I don't date. I'm sorry, you understand? Because these were the things I prepped myself for before because I was scared of myself. Like, Baba, I don't know, I didn't fear myself. Now follow come. You understand? So for the industry, I had series of experience. Some are still coming. And guess what? Please don't stop coming. Keep coming.
I like that.
Because markets no sell again if you don't come. So keep coming.
Talking about that, you have a new project out there.
Yeah.
I love that.
Kill and Co.
Oh, okay.
Kill and Co. currently showing in all cinemas, and it's directed by my late sister.
Oh my!
Orwell Ademola. May God rest her soul.
Rest in peace.
She played the lead, and she also directed the movie. And I remembered when we were filming, she said a prayer one day and said that we pray that by the time this movie is out, that we all are alive to witness it. Unfortunately, she's the one that didn't even witness it.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's really sad.
I mean, at this point, all we can say is, hopefully her family and, of course, the crew and everyone that worked with her will always have a great memory of, their time with her.
Yeah. I think everyone do, because it was shocking when we had this service of song, the number of people that came out, and some would even say, just last week she sent me money. Others were like, oh, just like she sent me. So a lot of people do have good memory of her, and that's why it hurts the most. Especially for someone like me who is like the closest, because even at some point people thought we were dating. I mean, the news was everywhere. And when she asked me back then, I said, "Oh, people say we were dating and all that. Well, we are dating." And she said, what do you think? I said, "What do I think? You will help me. Now then will help me because I started from English, and she's focused with the Yoruba films, and she was like, "Oh, would you like to do Yoruba films?" Like, my mom loves that, but then, so she was the one who.
You're a thespian, right?
I'm a thespian, yeah. So she was the one who dragged me into the Yoruba film industry. She stood by me. She encouraged me. She imposed me on some producers.
Wow.
So I'll categorically say that, okay, this famous Rotimi seated here right now, I mean, she was one of those people God used for me as a person. So for someone who is helping me, what do you expect? So you know, because they say with the dates, God punish those people they talk about.
But like you said, let people talk.
The toast of the week to her.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
God rest his soul.
So rest in peace.
Amen.
All right. On that note, we take a quick break. When we return, the Black Table continues. Welcome. It's still the ultimate men's guide, the Black Table. In today's world, looks seems to be a kind of currency. People believe being attractive can open doors and jobs and opportunities and relationships, even forgiveness for bad behavior. But it also raises a deep question. How far are people willing to go to look perfect? Recently, the tragic death of social media personality Elena Jessica, reportedly after a BBL procedure gone wrong, has reignited the conversation. It shows just how much pressure society puts on appearance and beauty standards. So tonight, on the Black Table, we're asking the big question. Is pretty privilege actually real, or are we creating dangerous expectations trying to chase it? Wow. So, of course, we all saw the news about Elena over the last week. And of course, for men, it's a bit different because our standards and the limits and, the extent we go to in terms of how we want to look like is different from women. Yeah. However, it is something that we really need to consider. So everyone's going to be giving, their bit on this, but I'm going to start with Marco Polo on this.
I mean,
come on. You have to start with the prettiest person.
I agree.
So the thing is, right, for me, there's this saying, they say, since Inweke the bird has learned how to fly without perching, the hunters have also learned how to shoot without missing.
Okay.
So to every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction.
Okay.
So everybody that is trying to do something is doing it because it is either selling or it is actually making sense. Are you getting the point I'm making?
Okay.
There was a time that all you needed to do was come out and be beautiful, and men will come to you. Well, we have gotten to this point that now people don't really care. Just have nyash. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
Just have nyash, just have the looks, have the aesthetics.
Days.
So at the end of the day, that is what defines beauty. And it pays to some of these girls, because you see a girl that was struggling.
Yeah.
After like some months, she go disappear, then come back, nyash done day, nose done straight, some kind things be. Before you know anything, she's driving a G-Wagon. So these other younger ladies are seeing it, and I won't be like, this is where it all started from. There was a time when we were growing up that if you went out and came back with an expensive phone, your mama go call you, say, come, where you see I'm from. Now, but this generation now your mama, they tell you, say, see Jessica? Can't you be like Jessica? So everybody is trying to outsmart the next person. And I don't know how the men do it though, but everybody is trying to make sure that nyash just shall they available. Even though we don't end up marrying them, right? But because you'll see one man now, he can go marry one girl with this slim, and then before you know anything,
Oh my day.
if he's going out for social life and stuff, the kind nyash they follow up. My own is, I don't even say don't do nyash. I mean, but make the nyash balance.
Okay, so nyash no be nyash, or nyash na nyash.
You understand? Nyash. So let it be balanced, because right now, I think there's a pandemic of inadequate supply of nyash that is happening right now, because the nyash is like you see one is like it's fine, and then you see another one is like they plugged it.
It's outrageous.
You understand? So it's crazy, and they don't care. I was watching a video before I came here, and there was this lady that sells beads. She was talking about, she did her BBL, and I think we really need that now. We really need that now.
BBL?
Because no, not the BBL, but what that lady is doing. I don't know if you guys said, if you have seen that video.
No.
She's exposing her story about what happened with her own BBL thing, and I think when younger ladies begin to hear the pain
Real truth.
and real truth behind this BBL thing, a lot of people will take 2 steps backward. You know, given the death of this lady that happened and all of that whole thing. From what I'm hearing, apart from the 5-8 million naira that you used to do that BBL, you have to keep up.
There's
I
an
think
maintenance.
like what they call aftercare.
Aftercare.
You have to keep about 40 million for aftercare.
Oh wow.
How do you get this money? No wonder some of these girls, they'll do BBL,
resorted
3
to-
weeks later they are climbing something just to I mean, hello.
Well,
Okay.
can I
Yes,
piggyback
yes, please.
off something that he said? So pretty privilege does exist.
Yeah.
I think in this day and era, self-esteem has totally dropped completely.
Dead.
To the point that people don't believe in themselves as much as they should. I've always questioned why lashes came into vogue, because it's not a big deal. There's no man that's going to reject you because you don't have lashes.
The lashes is not even fine.
That's lashes. I'm just getting lashes.
Yeah.
There's certain kind of nails that I see that I'm like, what's going on here?
How do you wash it?
It's become some kind of competition. Because sometimes I ask myself, who do they do this thing for? Are they doing it for men? But apparently they're doing it not just for men, but to also oppress their fellow females, if I
True.
can say that. To show them that, I have this, you don't have this.
Exactly.
I look this way, you don't look
I
this
can
way.
afford it.
So here's the funny thing, I will attract more suitors.
Okay.
So they're looking for multiple suitors instead of focusing on I'm looking for one person to more or less settle down with. So I don't really understand the logic behind it, because people are enhancing their bodies to a point that you can see somebody and know that this can never be natural.
Okay.
This can never be natural.
Facts.
Square.
Do you
Have you seen a
understand?
square BBL?
And I'm
before?
like, come on. Do you understand? It's so bad that sometimes you have certain things that your partner can't even do certain positions with you because he might burst something.
yes. No, we're not scared.
Okay.
We're scared.
Orlando, Rotimi, what is your definition of a pretty girl or a good-looking guy? Let's even come back to
the breakdown
the
of,
privileges. People who don't actually go for the extra enhancement, but they look good. What's your definition?
Of course, there is pretty privilege. I don't know if it was before the show began or something that we were talking about looks. Like, why do you allow people, create a perception that body shaming? We talked about body shaming, right?
Yes.
So there's this thing about when you look good. I'll use myself as an example, right? While I was in, I think my first year in university, I was like 2001. I mean, I'm from an average family where we know 2 gets. I grew up in Ajangbadi, right? And I was schooling in Lasso back then, so I was doing my diploma in law.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing my diploma in law then. That was 2001. Now, back then, if I was about going to school, most of the times, I don't really get transport per se. Maybe in a small change where mom give me and pop give me. So I still think how I want to come back from school, right? But there's this thing, once I am done dressing, I wear my okrika on a steady back then.
And then,
my younger sister go help me trim the okrika. He go stay away for my body. I go pick for Vespa. I go pick shoe for Vespa.
Oh my God!
Vespa. Go pick our shoe those days. Go Katangwa for the clothes back then. So some
grade A.
Some grade A. You understand? Grade A, grade B, grade C. If we don't pick them that time, once I'm done dressing, I go to my mom, I'll be like, Mom, how do I look? My mom will say, Adisa, Bafelola, Karamo. The moment my mother says, you look good, bro, the way I walk in Lasso, I walk as if everybody
Like a
is
million
staring.
bucks.
You understand? Like
Yeah.
as if everybody's staring at me. In fact, a day a particular classmate came to me and be like, Oshomo. Now they don't call me Rotimi in school. They call me Oshomo. Yeah.
Hey,
What does that mean? No.
What does that mean?
Oshomo.
Look at this
That's
privilege.
where they do
Privileged fellow.
Oshomo.
My goodness.
Pretty privileged fellow.
Pretty privilege. Yeah.
We brought him to the studio. Hello.
You know, so he was like, Oshomo, why do you walk as if everyone is staring at you in Lasso? So at the back of my mind, I was like, oh, so you notice? You know, I felt really good. Now on a more serious note, you're coming to like a workplace now to seek for a job. I mean, even just secretary, and you know fine. You can't see another person with fine. You go down the judge yourself, say they don't
go
pick you.
harsh.
You don't understand?
okay.
It's just one of those normal things that if you don't, nowadays, if you don't look good, you try to dress well, smell nice, and
To compliment it.
To compliment it.
Have brain, have sense.
And but you know what? Before
No,
they
these
give you
days
the
it's-
opportunity
yeah.
to prove
It's
yourself,
relative. Sense is
that
relative.
the
you-
looks itself.
yeah, the
will
look is the
determine a lot of
first
things,
thing that
yeah.
will make them. They're not going to see you face to face. Now from camera,
use juju.
call that lady, that fair one, call her inside, the one wearing, you know.
Yeah.
So they will not even. So before anybody gives you the chance, they must have judged you by your appearance.
Yes.
So there is pretty privilege. I don't want to say more than that. So I'll give others some stuff here.
Extraordinary.
So
I try.
do you think that this applies to men? Because of course, after listening to you, even though you scattered around some aspects of your
was being
experiences
safe.
as
I was being
a
safe.
homo, but do you think this applies to men? Do you think a man could walk into a place and because he looks good, he could get advantage
Certain-
over other men?
Yeah. Appearance, first of all, is a currency. I agree. I agree 100%. And it's why we have music videos that hit 1 billion views. You know, pretty artists or sexy looking female artists
Gym
that
body.
you watch. You know, they may not be saying anything tangible per se in the music or on the record, but just the fact that they're moving their bodies a certain way, look a certain way, skin showing all over the place.
What a hot body can do.
What a
What
hot
a hot
body
body
can
can
see,
do,
I
yeah.
didn't call names, by the way. But what we're saying is, this modern day and age, with social media and the advancement of technology, we can agree that the highest currency is attention.
Attention. Okay.
Attention is the highest currency. So
That comes from packaging
listen,
it very
if
well.
you look good, you gather attention.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
So, and with that attraction brings things like likes, things like follows, things like attention to what you're saying.
So even Nollywood that we're talking about.
Thank you very much.
Even
Your
Nollywood.
industry is bent,
Looks first.
hell bent
looks,
on
a
what you
lot of
look
times,
like.
looks comes first.
Okay, because most will argue that in recent times, Nollywood has now been like there's
Infiltrated
more,
with-
there's an infiltration of people that it's more looks rather than
talent.
Than talent.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So let me tell you the reason that is now the order of the day.
So you agree that is the order of the day?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Because I'm a sucker for talent. I mean, I don't care.
And being a
I don't-
test parent, you guys are trained differently. So
course.
how do you take in, all of this?
well, truth is, they say if you go to the land of the monkeys, you will try to
You jump on
Now,
trees.
so coming back to my reason for good looks other than talent nowadays. Now, you see, viewers at home do have a huge role to play in how most producers cast nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, because this good look being the currency of the day, even if you bring in an unknown actor, if you're introducing an actor and the actor is good looking, people will watch. They want to see.
Okay.
Some will get carried away over, 6 packs, well-spoken English, even if he doesn't know how to really act. You understand? Oh, pretty girl. Now, the aspect of you can't get bomb,
Yeah,
so
nice.
good.
There you
You
go.
can't sabi dress. Now, as a producer, you want to think about your business.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants
what's
to.
gonna
You understand
translate
what?
into?
Yeah,
All
how are you going to make back your
equals
money?
views. All that equals views.
You understand? So now, if they now go into comment section and they get to see that new fine guy a lot of comments like, man, this boy is fine. Nobody is saying he's very talented. It's like, oh, this guy's got good looks.
True.
Oh, I think you should keep using this guy.
Yes.
That is where it starts from.
Okay.
And as a producer, you're thinking about,
Currency.
you understand? Yeah.
Is that the reason why there are a lot of actors in Nigeria today that are stereotyped? They get casted
exactly.
for certain
Yeah.
roles because of their
Yes.
looks.
No, the thing is, I'll say our producers are kind of lazy when it comes to that.
You said it too.
No,
I'm a producer myself. I'm a producer
both.
myself. And
Okay.
we are lazy. Let me put it that way. I won't say everyone, because of course there are some people that are exceptional. Now, for a lot of producers to be exceptional, they would have good money.
Okay.
Because when you don't have the capital, my brother, you cannot afford to be exceptional, because sometimes being exceptional will cost you extra.
Yeah.
Wow.
And apart from being lazy, I will also say it's easy for them to get away with this.
That's
Because
no,
at the end of the day, it still works.
Yes.
But
Your
then-
laziness still works out eventually.
But then you will not also take it all on the producers. The viewers too are part of it.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
mentioned.
thank
viewers,
you.
yeah.
I was
Typically-
going
That's
to
what I mentioned
finish
before.
what I
Yeah,
said.
typically-
So because of the attention, because of the currency, which is attention, is why the power has shifted to the people.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, gang, you've been in radio for a while.
yeah.
Sorry, a very long time.
Yes. For a very long
Wow,
time.
it's a long time.
a long time.
And the dynamics of
have you
radio have
ever had to select someone based on their appearance, their looks?
Now,
especially when you're casting for a new, radio on-air personality.
Now, truth be told,
Who they see their face?
the dynamics
Who they
of
see their face?
No.
For radio.
Because
That's
that's
a
what
good
I'm
point.
asking.
the dynamics of radio have
Radio is
changed.
going
Let me tell
online.
you, I've
So
done
it's
this.
live videos
I've
on
done this
YouTube.
for over 2 decades now, and the dynamics of radio have changed. There was a time that the currency in radio was your voice.
Yeah, voice.
What you sounded like and what you can use your voice to do, how articulate you are, and what play on words, and your wit, and so many other things. Now, radio has metamorphosized into being audio visual. People are hearing the people they love on radio, and now they want to see them. So that audio visual thing has come with social media, that people want to see and interact with their radio people. So the looks have come into place. Back then, 20 years ago, people on radio didn't have to look good.
We didn't know.
Didn't even have to dress
We
good.
didn't even know what it was.
Didn't even have to
Sometimes-
show up for work looking some type of way.
Yeah.
Now it has changed.
Yeah.
Now people are selling their market saying, oh, this person has a look. So now here's the funny thing. They want to match the talent and the look.
And the face.
Do you understand? Now, unfortunately, a lot of things are happening in media now that is the look that is selling. Because that, like you said, it brings that attraction.
Exactly.
That creates that attention.
Yeah.
So you need to balance that with creativity. Unfortunately, sometimes if you're not creative, people will still just follow you because you look good.
Okay, but you've not
And
answered
it
my
takes us
question.
back to-
Have you ever had to pick someone based on how they look?
In recent times.
In recent times,
Yeah.
no. Me, because I'm very professional.
There you go.
I'm very professional in what I do, radio-wise.
Marco, I'm coming for you.
But here's the thing. I've also judged music talent as well. I've been a judge on certain music reality shows where you can look at somebody musically and be like, this person can sell records if this person looks like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is a global
And that's a
phenomenon.
global thing.
Yeah.
It's a global phenomenon.
That's
And
a global
and then,
thing.
See, you can see it. Nobody goes to a restaurant to order for what they don't eat. So for you to actually want something and pay for it, you need to like it.
Okay, so I'm coming. Now you're.
So before you come, before you come for him,
Before I lose this train of thought.
Yeah.
So Marco Polo MCs, yes. Have you ever met a client that because of a good look, I'm not going to say a guy now, a lady that goes like, oh, Marco Polo, I really, really, really want you to do this thing for me. Have you ever, by chance, met someone that had influenced your choices because of how he or she looks like, or she looks like rather?
So yeah, when we started this, right, I said something about aura, right? See, for me, I'm more of a spiritual person than just the outer look, as in I don't just look at the outer. So I look at your aura, and energy is a real thing, right? So for me, when I see somebody, yes, we could actually look at the look, but beneath the look, because see, let me tell you, there are people who are beautiful but cannot attract nobody.
Oh,
Look at, you will see them.
I agree with you.
They are very
I've
fine, but
experienced
people run away from them because they have
yes.
very bad. So for me, the
That's a
beauty,
huge turn off.
the real
When all
beauty,
you have is just your
Your
looks.
looks, yes.
and
Nothing else
people
to
would
offer.
not still patronize you based on that. So for me, when I look at, yes, I would say that I have been influenced by people's look, but not just the physical look. I try to like look at it from the point of who are you, what you carry, your
Intellectual
total
look too.
You just said it.
And I don't charge person less because of Yash before.
Thank you for the honesty.
I charge her less because of Boom Boom.
I think we've all been victims, including myself. I look at when I was much younger. I used to tell my friends when I was in secondary school that beautiful women don't lie. Like a woman could tell a big fat lie, but because she looks good, I believe it's the truth. She has no reason to lie.
So they don't be there mess.
When they mess, now the ugly person with this and mess.
On that note, I'm going to take a bit of social media feedback, and then we can talk about it. So we have this is Kemi from Oshodi. Kemi says, he should leave the job. I can't share my man with any woman. That's the voice note that we listen to from Confessions.
Kemi, calm down.
It's easier said than done. Then there's another one from John. John is from Ogba. John says, the guy is the luckiest man on earth. Double promotion ASAP. Wow, John. John, we need to take a look into.
How would you do that?
I don't know, man.
John would definitely do it. Then we have Rotimi Salami, looking like an old male. Is he single? Ariola from Ibadan. This man has said many times on the show tonight that he's married. You people should calm down.
Pretty privilege is already happening on TV. Live on TV.
Then we have men also face sexual harassment. I like this conversation. Just like Gang said, he should get evidence and sue her.
Well, the suing part, I'm not so sure.
Sue Anyash. Actually,
so he wanted to say Sua. I saw what he did there.
Into this one, and then we have pretty privilege is super real. All the men on the table will favor a fine girl before they favor their fellow men.
He did. No, he did. No, he did.
No, that one did.
He did.
I don't go do that one.
He did. And I think to an extent, right? In as much as everybody's trying to say, oh, I no go do am. See, for you to want to favor your fellow guy, there must be something you have seen in that guy.
Something extra.
So like maybe just say, okay, random talks. Your guy. But I think the statement said to favor your fellow guy, not your
but it also
guy.
depends on what the favor is for.
I just want to put a spotlight on that. Because sometimes we assume that men are just this fickle, fickle-minded people.
Yeah, like we don't have standards for ourselves.
We don't have sense. We see Nyash, that's it. We're done. We're lost. No, come on now. There are certain times, like for instance now, look at the political space.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain people who I know cannot do the job. They can't do the job. If you like have Nyash for now to the next year, you cannot do that job.
You can't do it.
I cannot favor you over my fellow brother if he can do the job.
True.
It's fact.
We have from Uche here. Uche says, Rotimi is so real, man. Well done on the new movie. Uche, thank you for the feedback. Then we have the world favors fine people. Let's just say it as it is. See all of you fine men. See all of you fine men. So this is from Kweju from Aja. Thank you, Kweju, for the compliments. Abina no agree.
Why? It's follow up.
And then we have the world favors fine people. Let's just say, okay, that's still from Kweju, another one. Then we have pretty privilege is very real. Whether we like to admit it or not,
of course, society
naturally reacts better to people who fit conventionally into a standard.
Look,
yes. You see, it's everywhere, from job interviews to social media to even how people are treated in everyday situations. Thank you, Dewumi. That's from Dewumi. Very interesting.
You just reminded me. There's a bank. I'm not going to mention the name. There's a bank in Abuja on a certain street. This very branch. It's a big bank, but this very branch has a lot of fine, light skin.
That's a criteria.
Trust me, if you are fine,
so you can bank and fish,
and you're light skinned as well, they usually send you to that branch. by default.
Nice.
You know, you see, have you ever
We'll have
noticed
this
that
conversation. later.
some people from their passport, you can tell if you can look this good in your passport picture. How are you in real life?
Yeah. So at different times in our careers, myself and Gang had worked in a particular organization, and Yash was a criteria.
Hello.
To employ women.
That's not
Yes.
that's not
You know what I'm talking about? It was a criteria. And of course, finally we have Mariam. Mariam says the lineup tonight is mad though. Very interesting conversations. EXO is goated. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
all
Mariam.
for all the
Kisses,
feedback.
man. Kisses.
I think to sum all of this up, I feel people should look beyond looks. There's just so much that you can gain from other types of people. One of my favorite actors in the entire world isn't the most good-looking person in the world, but every time I watch him, I'm like, this man is fantastic. One of my favorite on-air personalities is not the most good-looking person in the world. I'm a disciple of, I don't believe in body shaming, because you are who you are.
Yeah.
Societal standards might, say what they feel, but it doesn't really matter because you are who you are. If you're exceptional, then every other thing doesn't matter. How you look like should be based on what you're able to put together.
What you have
exactly.
inside,
So on this note, I'm going to be doing something called Just the Tip. And it's exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm
Rotimi
thinking.
is fasting, so
I already like it.
No, but he can actually just put the
yeah,
tip.
yeah. So okay, you know what?
It doesn't break his fast.
No, yeah, it won't
Since
break it.
Marco he said, okay,
I'm
we'll
very
start with
sure.
Rotimi. So just the tip actually is just like something we give to the viewers to take away. A short note, something that people can learn from and build from. So
Not too much explanation, just something very
just a tip.
Very short.
So
very brief.
Rotimi will take, and of course, XO will also take.
Okay.
So based on our
Okay.
discussion, what tip do you have that?
That you can put in.
Okay,
Very quickly.
my tip here is, in all ramification, bear in mind that people grow. Just that.
Ah, you went all in.
Nice. That was
Nice. Nice.
That was
You
very
see?
tipish.
I told you he's good at there. Rotimi knows.
Excellent. Your turn.
I don't want to sound philosophical. So I'm sapiosexual, right?
Okay.
So
What does that even mean
I will
nowadays?
encourage
He
people
likes to
to
fuck
read.
the brain.
I will encourage people to just read. That's
Okay,
all.
read.
Read. And if you read, it means
Be intelligent.
you will not be thinking about people's bodies all the time. Sapiosexual people are, intellectually sexual. Let's put it that way.
That's a very sapiosexual talk.
You know what? I'm going to take just the toast now, yeah? And even though we took a toast earlier, we're going to toast to Rotimi's latest project. And, we hope that it's extremely successful.
Yep.
And it's the first of many more exciting projects.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Cheers.
And more privilege to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm more privileged.
Whether pretty or not pretty.
Go and watch Kill and Go in cinemas, please. Buy what I'm selling, please.
On that note, I would like to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of the show this evening. Thank you, EXO. Thank you,
so much.
Rotimi.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Marco Polo. And of course, to my co-conspirator, Tien Gang.
We're together.
It's been an exciting evening. We will see you same time, same station next week. Remember, the darker the night,
The brighter the stars.
Good night.
Thank you.